went into a bit of a shell. I got a little too carried away with emotions. People who didn't know me have this thing of like, dude, you're so boring. And I'm like, me? I'm like the most entertainment person in the whole world, and I'm coming across as boring. That sort of demotivated me a bit. But suddenly realizing that not everyone is really giving a shit about you. Like they are here to play the game. Thing. I was in bed all day. Like my
Oh.
mom was worried I was not eating. I was just like, I need to get normal.
Hey guys, this is Nawaz Kochra from Team MissMalini, and I am looking forward to having a super amazing conversation with Akasa Singh. We recently saw her on Bigg Boss 15, and let me tell you guys, she was the fun element. She was someone who brought fun in the game. She was super entertaining to watch, be it her fighting, be it her fun moments. Everything was full on. It was a full on package, at least for me to watch. So, first of all, before we begin this conversation, welcome Akasa. How are you?
Thank you so much. Before we begin this conversation, Nawaz, were all these comments sarcastic or genuine?
Oh no, totally genuine. I am telling you, I'm not just saying this because I'm speaking to you, but let me tell you, I was very sad that you were eliminated because I really thought that you will go a long way on the game,
Hmm.
especially only because of the fact that you played the game so well. Okay, there were times when we saw the fun side of Akasa. You had your
Hmm.
share of emotional breakdowns and all of that. So I really was not very happy with your eviction on the show. But yeah, it's a game after all. However, I want to know from you, how does it feel?
It's a lot of mixed emotions. Mainly, obviously, I'm still trying to get come to terms with the fact that I'm out of the house. I'm not in the house. Call it I don't know, PTSD, or call it extreme attachment. But I think it's very kind of you to say what you said. I asked if it was sarcastic because the general opinion of a lot of people is like, what happened to you? Because I feel like as I am, the way I am, the whole fun bubbly thing was somewhere or the other I sort of went into a bit of a shell. I got a little too carried away with emotions, and I took hurt. Like I did not understand that someone is playing a game because they are there to play a game, and I would just take it to heart. I would go into my shell. I would be like, nobody cares, and I feel so lost and alone, and I wouldn't really speak up or be like my bubbly self. I would just sit and ghiso bartan in the first week to 10 days at least. So the emotion that I'm feeling most is a bit of regret and disappointment with that, mixed with pride that almost, yeah, mostly everyone has been like, you were real and genuine, and you were real and you were genuine, and it could be seen that you're just really just being genuine and not doing something just for the heck of it or whatever, which I appreciate. And there's a bit of a hurt because people who didn't know me from before, like people who knew me from before, did figure that okay, something is wrong, which is why like Akasa's hurt or whatever. People who didn't know me have this thing of like, dude, you're so boring, and I'm like, me? I'm like the most entertainment person in the whole world, and I'm coming across as boring. That sort of demotivated me a bit. कि आकाशा तुम नजर नहीं आ रही हो, तुम दिख नहीं रही हो, तुम शांत हो, and it's a very weird thing to hear
No, but
something
I'll
that's
tell
so
you one
opposite
thing.
to you.
I'll give you a very genuine feedback here. So, whatever we saw on television, okay, in that we did not see too much of Akasa. However, in the live feed that I follow, okay, the reason why I said that we saw your fun side is only because I kept on following the live feed, which is why I got to see all those moments of you having so much fun in the house. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I also do agree to your point that you got carried away. You got a little too emotional on the game. Do you think that was something that probably also, didn't work in your favor? Like it made it easy for people to play with your mind or play with your emotions for that matter?
Definitely, definitely. I think I not only that, not only play with it, but it became very easy to someone just be like, "Oh, she's weak," you
Ah,
know. ये तो weak
that
है.
general assumption was formed.
Yeah, that was formed then also when Farah ma'am came and she gave that sort of ranking was when I was like, oh my god, because for me, I was just like, it's a reality show and I'm gonna be real. If I'm feeling low, I'm gonna be low. If I'm feeling like hurt, I'm gonna be hurt. But what I didn't realize is I had to just buck up and be like, you know what? Like screw it, I'll be my entertaining self. I got very lost, to be very honest, and you're right, a lot of people have told me that live episode में तो दिखी ही नहीं but live feed में तो 24/7 you were there. So it's such a confusing thing, right? Like I'm just like, I'm glad that people, but then what about the people who didn't see the live feed? Like,
Right. Exactly.
yeah,
However, a month, almost a month in the house. Okay, like tomorrow, and
yeah.
I'm sure it's quite a long time to spend in such confined quarters where you are cut off from the world. Absolutely, no telephone, no technology. So was that different? Was it very difficult for you to live from the regular life you live there?
What was difficult was what also got me off my game was in the first week, especially the first 4 5 days, I could not deal without being without my family, because in my life of whatever how many ever years, I have never gone a day without contact with them. So
Oh,
anytime I used to be doing something, and if I someone said something that felt bad, I would immediately remember, oh my god, like my parents are not here. Like, oh, I can't get in touch. I know that sounds like such a like what a fool,
no,
but
it's something very natural. Okay, we all are attached to our families, and also yeah, that is one thing.
that
But
the fact that I could not get in touch with them, like, because especially when you're that lost, and for me, my whole what do you call that building, my whole thing
connections,
about yeah, my whole being is about a connection or about being around people who love me. Like, I know I'm easily loved, and I am lovable because I give so much of love. What happened here was I was giving so much of love, but suddenly realizing that not everyone is really giving a shit about you. Like, they are here to play the game, not sort of value your love or whatever, made me so lost. And the fact that I could not even be in touch with someone who would give me that strength, that was very difficult. That detachment from the real world, and being around, which sort of, like I said, I went into a shell. I was like, koi baat nahi, kisi ko parwah hi nahi hai, and I spoke less, and I just continued. I kept myself busy doing work all the time, and I would sort of be weirded out participating in a conversation, because I was like, do you genuinely want to have a conversation, or are you caring that this is content or whatever?
correct.
I'm being very honest.
And I want to know that how was the very first feeling when you stepped out of the house, and you came back to the regular life and you met people around? How was that feeling?
If I'm being very honest, I there's like this heavy feeling, like this heavy heart, because my dumbass self decided that I'm gonna be very strong. I knew I was getting eliminated on, I don't know, there was this get gut feeling that day. And Pratik was like, no, you're not. Even after Salman sir announced my name, he was just like, it's Diwali, you can't. And that's when I promised, when I saw that, I was like, you know what? You're not going to cry. You're not going to break down. You're going to put on a brave face, because I don't know what I would do if I saw others getting. So I was very like, it's okay, fine, take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. You looked very prepared when your name was announced. Okay.
No, they also cut out a lot of stuff because when Karan asked me to sing a song,
Hmm.
I was also avoiding, I was avoiding looking at Pratik, to be very honest. I was just like, I don't want to see this. And I was very like, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. But I think they cut out a lot of chunks. Karan asked me to sing one of my songs. And that's when there was a crack. And I was just like, oh my God. And before it would happen, I think I hugged Pratik and the moment that door shut, I have fallen and it was darkness because there are people there and it's just
Yeah.
darkness. I have fallen and I was wailing for a good like 5 minutes. I was just like I was like, I want to go back in there and what just happened because I did make relations and oh my god, I'm just gonna take a second.
Yeah.
So it was difficult because I suddenly realized, oh my God, I can't get in touch with them. Like, I was just like, I wanted to knock and be like, Pratik, it's going to be okay. And, kill it or just take care of yourself. And so I think that was a little bit of that was my first reaction until I went out and I was just lost. I was like, who do I call? I don't have my phone. How do I get home? And those people are like, relax, relax. It's going to be, because it was, it's a weird thing. I was in bed all day. Like my
Oh,
mom was worried I was not eating. I was just like, I need to get normal.
okay. If there is one good feeling and one bad feeling or memory from the Big Boss 15 house, what would that be for you?
Good and bad memory.
Yes.
Um, good memories. There are a lot, to be honest. I know I was always seen crying and everything, but I had a lot of fun. I made some amazing friends. I made an amazing bond. I think good memory. There are so many. I think one of the main memories is Pratik and I started like this tradition of I'm outing him right now. But when I was a Jungle Vasi and he was in the Mukhya Dwar, they were not really allowed to give us things.
Yeah.
But at night, he we used to like sort of do this like almond. He had his almond milk and I had nuts. And we would crush nuts and put them in almond milk and put some cornflakes and like have them and like secretly, oh, kisi ko batana nahi.
Oh,
Which we continued later. We included Umar and Simbu in that as well, by the way. It was called our late night youngsters after party where I made uh, me. I have no idea. I've never cooked in my life. And Simbu was once like, "Up mere liye parathe bana doge?" It was so sweet. I don't know what night. I was like, "Haan, aata pada nahi hai." He's like, "To goond do." And I was like, "Come on, Akasa, this you have to do this." Never before goondoed aata. There was a
wow.
lot of noise in the kitchen, so I got the stuff outside in the outdoor jungle and I'm goondoing atta and I made him parathas at night, which we shared with Pratik and everyone else. I think these things I will miss so much, which is why I'll miss these boys so much as well. These were the good memories. There are lots, many, but this is mainly the good one. This whole secretly eating.
I know.
Um, Bad memory. Uh, I think every fight I had with Pratik was so unnecessary. But one of the messed up things that happened was it came across as something else. That whole shirt, Afsana, whatever incident.
Yeah.
I think what didn't come across, what really hurt me was that I call you my sister,
And
and
the comment
you know
she made was really below the belt.
even if it's coming across, even if you're coming from a different place, you saying that to me out of all the people. She later clarified, she said a lot of things. She's like, no, but you've never worn clothes like that. And no, why would I was just like, but did it matter when you said it? And being personally attacked by her in every task, like I was just like, I know you're comfortable with me, but being taken for granted, like, everyone used to be like, हाँ तो वो करेगी क्योंकि थोड़ी देर के बाद वो तुझे मना लेती है. Knowing that I was being taken for granted, and yet I would feel bad when she was, because I did genuinely, feel. I think that was I don't want. That was just I messed up.
Okay. Now, what is the plan ahead, Akasa? How has Big Boss changed your life?
The plan is to get a little bit less emotional in life and to not stop being so nice and trusting. That is my personal growth plan. But
Okay.
coming back to your plans, lots of music. I am excited to see what all has opened up. Um, I planned already. I've planned like a couple of music videos. One is with Simbu. Definitely one with Pratik. I'm gonna bribe him to do one. Karan and I have been planning. So like all these plans are there. Once the show is over, but a lot more music. I definitely want to get back to acting. I miss acting, and I decided on the show life is too short, and I'm gonna sort of do that. And yeah, just general entertaining my peeps and my fans. And it's so weird saying fans, but yeah, showing them a little bit
But
more of
you do have a lot of fans because on Twitter, I remember once you were out, people were calling your eviction very unfair. They were like, this was very unexpected. It was very unfair. So, yes, we will definitely miss watching you on Big Boss. But I am
fun.
super sure that things from here on are going to be fantastic for you. So, thank you so much for removing time and talking to us. I actually had a lot of fun with this conversation and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Nice speaking with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.